In 40 years of faithful service, record companies have all but stopped making vinyl discs. And with consumer demand reaching an all-time low, some companies are even destroying unwanted stock. Tracy Bowden reports.
It's enough to make any music lover weep. Every day in Australia, hundreds of brand new LPs are being thrown onto the conveyor belt to oblivion.
There is just no demand for them, unless you particularly want to stick them to the wall or use them as wallpaper or use them as frisbees, or I believe they make great ashtrays, I've been told.
Michael Smearley heads Polygram, one of Australia's big 6 record companies. He says everyone knew record sales would slow down, but no one predicted it would happen so quickly.
I think we felt that there was a point below which it wouldn't go. It dropped to, say, around about the 10% of the market, and at that point it would plateau and maybe over a decade very gradually tailor off. It seems to have dropped to around 5% of the market, and there are even people predicting it'll drop below that.
As for the retailers, most say they don't have the space or the cash to carry 3 configurations of every recording: cassette, CD and 12-inch vinyl. So obviously the first to go will be the slow seller, the record.
If we can't sell them for 20 or 30% off, then really the only alternative we have is to destroy them.
Could you give them away?
There are a number of reasons we can't do that. One is we have a sales tax problem, and 2 is we're obliged to pay royalties to the artists and also to the writers of the music if we do. So there's a point at which that doesn't make any sense either.
It was a similar debate when 78s went off the market. 40 years ago, a 16-year-old DJ, Ernie Sigley, had the honour of recording the last 78 in this country. Love is a Golden Ring.
Well, we didn't have echoes in those days. You didn't have echoes on your mics and that. So Bill Armstrong was a recording engineer, and Bill had the brainwave to put the microphone in the toilet. So it actually was Love is a Golden Ring was done in the toilet. A lot of people reckon it sounded as though it was too.
When you made that record, did you realise the significance of it?
No. In fact, I'd never kept it, but then somebody sent it to me once, and I took it home and showed the kids, and they didn't even know what. They said, "What is it?" And I said, "It was a record." They didn't know what it was, you know.
John Farnham's hugely successful Whispering Jack was the first Australian recording to be released on CD.
CDs have been around for quite some time, but I was very, very excited about being the first Australian-made CD. Yeah, of course I was. It's great.
Yes, I think we're very proud of that achievement. I think it was a great. The timing was just right at the time for Whispering Jack, and we happened to be at the right place at the right time for a change.
Both John and manager Glenn Wheatley say their own record collections are now simply gathering dust.
Well, that big record collection I've got is only a record collection now.
I must admit, I'm the same as Glenn in that I play CDs and tapes, mostly. I've got a couple of classical records which I can't get on CD yet, and I'll occasionally give them a rip through.
It won't be long before specialty shops like this will be the only place you can find a reasonable selection of vinyl. Here at Hound Dog's Bop Shop, for devotees of 50s music, records still make up 90% of sales.
I undoubtedly prefer records to the vinyl. Yeah. There's a bit of difference between reading a little CD, the tiny little print on the back of a CD. It's not quite the same as handling an album, with decent notes and all this sort of stuff.
Hound Dog's owner, Dennis Williams. What do most of your customers think about CDs?
Hell, a lot of our customers are just getting out of 78s, so they're not really ready for CDs and things,
This is virtually the end of an era, isn't it?
It is. I think we might be the last record shop, actually, so I'm proud of it, yeah.
In terms of being a mass consumer item, the thing that 99.9% of the population want to buy, I think this year will be the end of, we'll see the end of the vinyl record.
It might be the end of the record, but for all those sorry to see it go, there are just as many music lovers excited about what lies ahead.
I see it as the future. I can't wait for the day when you get the helmet with the screen inside and put the CD in there. It'll be great. It'll happen. I believe it'll happen. Put it on in your armchair and away you go, Off to the moon. It'll be great fun.
Yes, it will be, but let's hope Hound Dog's Bop Shop survives. Tracy Bowden reporting there. That's our program for tonight. Thanks for being with us. Good night.